Hello everyone, Justin here and welcome to 4am Art. In this video we're going to be drawing this little puppy. So let's just go ahead and start drawing the head. And I'm gonna just go ahead and start with basic shapes first. I've got the nose here, say the eyes right here. So its snout is right about here. Let's go ahead and separate the cheeks and the chin. And we'll give this dog kind of a big beagle type ear on this side, and another one, of course, on the other side. Kind of floppy ears, and we'll have them kind of just sitting. Tail is over here on the left side, and it's just going to be a rough sketch, nothing particularly realistic with this one. And the rear paw will be right here, front paws. Alright, good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and start rendering. So let's draw the eyes first. And I'm going to make this pretty dark. Give it a highlight here in the upper right. And his left eye. Highlight on the upper right again. Just make this dark. Alright, let's draw the nose. Just kind of an oval shape. Give it some tone here. And give it some nostrils. Alright, so just remember I'm not really trying to make this too realistic. I'm not using a reference for this one. I do have a dog, so I kind of have an idea of how they look. So I'm just going to go with it. And doing some rough shading to indicate the form. Like the right side here will be in shadow. That's why I made it a little bit darker. A little hatching, a little cross hatch. And I'm going to keep this part here just a little bit brighter. Alright, so let's go to this ear here. So I've got a little bit of a darker tone shadow of the ear, which will help to frame the head of the dog. And I'm not going to put too much shading on that particular ear. So this ear will be more in the darker shadows. So I'm just going to make this a little bit darker. More cross hatching. And I'll go ahead and outline that a little bit darker. So now when we get to the body, I'm going to go ahead and put a shadow line here. All of this will be, I will say, shadows caused by the head onto the body. And I'm just going to make this whole thing dark. And then the chest, it's rounded, so this part's catching a lot of light, whereas this part here, this whole section will be in shadow. So that's why I drew this line, which will guide my hatch lines for putting in the shadow tones. Again, because this is in shadow, this part I'm going to make this outline quite dark. And just to give it more three-dimensional shape, I'll go ahead and scribble in darker tones. And start putting in the left leg. Rightmost side of the leg will be, of course, darker tones, i.e. the shadow areas. And not so much with this leg here, because again the light's shining on it. So just enough maybe to kind of delineate the shapes of the leg. And I'm not going to put too much detail on the paws or the legs. And the section down here will be all quite dark, so I'm just putting a lot more pressure there. And we'll just roughly put in the rear leg and paws. And again, this right here will be quite dark, so again a lot of pressure. And just kind of indicate the tail. Maybe give it a solid tone just because it's farther back. Maybe just a very light tone for the rear leg. And maybe a very light tone here as well. And finally, just so it doesn't look like the dog's just floating, I'll go ahead and just scribble the ground where he's sitting. And that's it. This is just a quick rough sketch from memory. Probably not very realistic, but that's okay. I'm just kind of experimenting. And I hope you found this video kind of helpful, interesting. And I will see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a great day. Bye.